one of the things they came up with, and I'm going somewhere with this, is Kyle Draper's going to join us. They had a button they'd give out. If you went to a Giants game and it was extra innings, they gave you a button to reward you for staying.
Okay.
It was called the Craw to Candlestick. And I think we need something like that for our next guest. For he and his partner bringing us that telecast last night when I know it wasn't an easy game to bring us. Kyle Draper, how are you, Drapes?
Why you got to ask that question, Whitey? You know how I am, man. I'm ornery right now. I'm in a bad mood, man. You know, it's the squad is just struggling right now. I need some W's. You know,
yes.
We started off the season. I think I was 3-2 in my first 5 games. I haven't won a game since then, man. So yeah, I'm a little down right now. I'm a little bummed right now.
Well, I appreciate that, and I apologize. I was just genuinely concerned about your well-being, but I do want to say, you and Katie last night, I know those games. It's part of being a play-by-play person and an analyst, but you guys did a real good job, and I know at times it wasn't that easy for you last night. So thank you and well done.
Oh, man, don't be giving them no love.
Thank you and well done.
You know why? Because them checks keep cashing too, man.
I tell you what, Jay, I guess Whitey not used to watching true professionals at work. It doesn't matter what's happening on the floor. Me and Katie going to show up and do our jobs, man. And some nights it's harder than others, and, the thing about last night, and, they got ran out of the gym by a young Memphis team. And, we have been waiting for Zach Levine to have a game. Well, damn, Zach had a game, but nobody else did. Dennis Schroeder. And it's I've used this analogy before, man, but this season through the first, 16 games, it's like peanut butter but no jelly. Kool-Aid with no sugar, spaghetti with no meatballs. Like it's always something. Like when Zach gets going, Dennis Schroeder struggles. It's just they just can't get on the same page right now, man, and it's frustrating. Here's the thing, though, Whitey and Jay. I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm like, all right, a loss at Denver, at Minnesota, OKC. That's one thing. To lose to them jokers last night, man, that's tough to swallow. Tough to swallow.
Yeah, definitely. And I think it's not the tipping point because I believe there are a lot of fans and part of the kingdom who've already kind of been tipped. But you look and you're like, Memphis is someone, and me and Whitey said this yesterday along with Kayla's, I thought genuinely the Kings had a good opportunity, and I really thought that they were going to get that victory yesterday, Drapes. But to see how they lost, not only taking that L, but to see how the conditions of how they lost, that's the big, for me, that's the big problem.
Yeah, to get blown out by 41. And even if you didn't look at the score, just watch the two teams played. Memphis looked like a team yesterday. The Kings look like a collection of individuals, and one of the issues I see, and I was talking to somebody earlier about this, and it happened last year, too. When you have tremendous one-on-one players, DeMar, Malik, Zach, whoever is lining up in front of you, whoever is guarding you, you feel like you have the advantage. You feel like, oh, this dude's in front of me. I could cook and get to the bucket or get my shot off and everything like that. Instead of playing the team system, the team ball, how many open threes did Memphis have last night? And it wasn't because one guy just decided that, they would drive, pass, shot, drive, pass, shot. Like, they broke down the Kings defense. And when you look at our offense, and I know there's been some dialogue on social media and maybe even on these airwaves that the Kings need to focus also on offense. Well, it's hard to play in the NBA great offense when you're taking the ball out of the basket every single time. Where's the turnovers that lead to easy buckets the other way? I watched OKC the other night against us. They had like 3 or 4 steals in a row. Even last night, they had like 4 or 5 turnovers. Those lead, Whitey, to cross matchups the other end, unbalanced defensive, floor spacing. That's how you score. It isn't always about the half-court execution. It's about helping yourself out by using your defense to create offense. And so right now, anything the Kings get, they got to work extremely hard for. So, yes, the offense got to be better, but I think it starts with the defense.
On the sunnier side, though, 2 things. One, Keegan looked pretty good last night. And two, I think it was the OKC game. I think it was DeMar actually earned the rare Draper point for, I think he had a save at the baseline or something. I was like,
Yeah.
what? What did he
Draper
say?
point.
The Draper point is back.
Drape's point or something like that.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I'm at the part of the season where I'm throwing anything against the wall and seeing if it'll
Already,
man? I'm reaching into my whole bag of tricks right here, man. I'm going deep into my bag trying to pull something out to make this entertaining because it's been tough, man. And I was just thinking, in all honesty, fellas, really, in all honesty, when's the last time you have seen the Kings go on a 10-0 run, 12-0 run, 4? It doesn't happen. Maybe we'll go on a 6-0 run by hitting 2 threes or something like that. And so we need to get some momentum going, man. We're playing from behind every game. We're not getting out in runs, and teams are sensing. Memphis had lost 5 in a row, guys. 5 in a row. They're looking at the schedule like, oh, Sacramento's in town. Now we can get right. We got to somehow change the momentum right now.
Mm-hmm.
Drapes, I'm glad you said that because, the simple question becomes, how do you do that? And none of us have the answers, right? So you're with the team, you get to travel with the squad, you got fantastic access, you're there after the post games asking some great questions. What's just the feeling inside of the squad from your perception? And I know you don't have the answer, but just your opinion on, do they feel that they can change it around, turn it around? Is there any hope that you're seeing that they can turn this around?
That's a great question, Jay. And I don't know how to answer that because I know they're still trying. There's 65 games left to go or something like that. 66 games left to go. Not saying they'll turn it around and make the playoffs or anything, but damn, if you go and tap out right now, 16 games in, what were you made up in the first place? And so I do know, the guys want to play well. It's not like, screw this, we out of here. I don't get that sense. I've been told, whether it's Russ, Zach, Domas at times, like they're trying to bring the team together, trying to get them all on the same page, and it's just not working. And you heard DeMar say it. I don't know if you talked about it, just how crappy it feels right now. It's a broken spirit right now, to get run out the building by 41. And I know it's the second night of a back-to-back. It's like I looked at that OKC game and we came out inspired, fired up. That was nowhere to be found last night. And so the only way to change it, Jay, you got to start getting some wins, man. You got to start getting some wins. And it's tough tomorrow against Denver, tough Monday against Minnesota. Then you got Phoenix and Utah. There are no gimmies right now.
No.
You can't say, we're going to get. You just got to keep working and figuring it out. And that's what Doug and the coaching staff is doing. This team players are trying to do. But it's tough right now, man. This is my 6th season. And I think this one hurts the most because we are a much more talented team than some of those Luke Walton years that when I was here. Those teams, man, we were relying on Jamias Ramsey and Robert Woodard. And I always say to those guys, not to throw them, but seriously, like we got Hall of Famers on this team and can't figure it out. That's what's so frustrating.
Mm-hmm. This may not be a fair question because you may not be privy to medical knowledge. So I'm just wondering if you've heard anything about how the team is looking at Domas's injury. My understanding is a partially torn meniscus. When it comes to knee injuries, it's more on, you'd rather have that than some other things. But as far as his availability, is there anything you can share with us about how the team, what they think of might be back, or just how people reacted to it for that matter?
No, it was a kick in the stomach, man. A punch in the gut, no doubt about it. I haven't heard anything, else about it, like, in terms of outside of the 3 to 4 week timetable.
Sure.
But knowing Doug like we do, just because the chips are down, like what they say, pressure, makes diamonds. Like you're in it right now. And if you could somehow figure it out and come out of it, I tell people all the time, man. I tell people all the time, when I speak to groups and talk about my story, and I've talked to young kids, really nobody ultimately cares, Whitey, what you've gone through. Really, nobody cares that you've had the toughest schedule in the league. Nobody really cares that Domas is down. Your story becomes great when you beat the odds. Your story becomes relevant and inspiring when you overcome something. And I think that's where the Kings are right now. Ain't nobody shedding tears for you, Sacramento, right now across the league. But I tell you, if you can turn this around, how great would that be? Instead, if you don't, I grew up in the hood, man, in Philadelphia. And Jay, you know this too, man. There's so many guys that have had so much talent, but yet they lose their life to the streets or they're in jail. And they're just another, just another guy from the hood that didn't make it. But the ones that make it out, those are the ones that are truly inspiring. Those are the ones that the neighborhood rallies around and lifts them up. And so if I'm a Kings player, if I'm a Kings fan right now, sure, you're down and out right now, but damn, you got still a chance. You got 65, 66 games left to go. And so you can't, if you pack it up and fold in, you'll just be another bad Kings team that nobody remembers.
Drape's last one for me is I know you have to go jump on that trolley down there in Denver and ride it around downtown for free.
Yeah. You know that, big fella. Or maybe go for my walk tonight, something like that.
How frigid is it in Denver right now, big time?
No, it was, I think, high of 45 or something like that.
Oh, man, it's short season. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Y'all looking crazy wearing hoodies. They looking around with
yeah. See Doug got his big Canadian goose jacket, Canada Goose. I'm like, bro,
no, you're from Seattle.
Out, man.
Two questions, because I asked this question, and I got to get my boy KD's take on this. First of all, Dennis Schroeder, if he said he feels more comfortable coming off the bench, looking ahead, rest of the season, of course, you don't have a magic 8 ball. You can't prognosticate. Do you believe Dennis comes off the bench from here on out? And then second question is it too damn early to play Christmas music right now?
Jay, you got me. Let me take the easy one first.
Okay, all right, okay.
Hey man, Dennis Schroeder, man. It's and that's the easy one.
Yeah.
We've used 13 different starting lineups in 16 games.
It's crazy.
So I can't sit here and say, yup, the rest of the season he's coming off the bench. You never know, man. You never know. I will say it does seem to free him up. I know he was over 8, I think it was last night. But, coming off the bench, now he's not responsible as the starter. Oh, I got to get Zach involved. I got to get DeMar involved. When Domas was here, I got to make sure he gets his touches. Now he can come out and kind of play his game. But I wouldn't be surprised at some point to see Dennis starting again. I mean, think about it. Even before last game when he was coming off the bench, he was still playing 30-plus minutes.
Right.
He still played 35 minutes a few nights ago. So it's not like this dude is buried or anything like that. Now, for your second question, I would say yes, because I want to respect the month of November, and it's still fall. We got Thanksgiving, the turkey and the ham and all that, But when you got a 13-year-old daughter who the day after Halloween redecorated her room in the Christmas motif, if you will, like, is it really ever too early to start thinking about Christmas? I'm not a Christmas music guy. I don't know if Sirius XM got the Christmas channel going yet, but best believe when I get around that 13-year-old girl, that's what we're going to be listening to.
Does Taylor Swift have any Christmas songs?
That's a good question, man. I'm a Swiftie. She does have Christmas songs, but she doesn't have like a Mariah Carey Christmas album or anything like that. I don't think
Well,
so.
she's not as talented as Mariah Carey.
Now, you're not baiting me, big fella. You gotta understand, man. It's my off day in Denver. I'm not falling for that.
I was waiting.
Whitey tried to draw me in. Nah, it ain't happening, big fella.
All right, so
I'm enjoying my night. I'm gonna watch some basketball and chill.
My foot was on the circle there. It's a block. Yeah.
how about this real fast before you go? Because I told you I'm encouraging. What's the Draper movement tonight? What are we getting ready to see via social network? Is it a meal? Is it you going shopping for a coat with Coach Christie?
Draper's Diners and Diving Boards.
There we go. I like it. What are we doing today?
So my day started out with a nice workout. Your boy was up in the gym.
Did you post it?
No, dog. You know what, Jay? I'll tell you what.
Nah, man.
Quick about social media. I'm not. Once you get 50, big fella, who you posting for? Who you really posting for?
For the Kings fans. What do you mean? They're interested. They want to see you rock and roll.
Kings fans don't want to see me sweating in the gym. You know what I mean? Do they? I don't know. I got to hear from Kings fans.
Dude, you so hot potato, bruh. Like you know what? I'm going to post where I'm going to eat and who I'm hanging with. And then all of a sudden, nobody wants to see a AARP card holder. Like, that's what you're saying, man.
No, I'm just saying, I'm at a point where I'm like, there's so much being posted on social media. And it's like, who are you really doing it for? And I've never been, I don't get a whole lot out of it. Like, I don't get a whole lot of, I send it to people that I care about and everything like that. But
that explains why I never get it.
Exactly. That's why you haven't got anything. But if Kings fans want to see that, I could do that, man.
You've said that 3 times in the last 2 weeks now, man.
You have.
Like, what are we doing?
You know what's so crazy? You know what's crazy? And this is the story of my life. I always have the good ideas. Like somebody said, Kyle, when you're in OKC, you should film and video yourself walking around OKC, put a reel together and send it to Jay.
We said that to you as well. I mean,
might have been us. Yeah.
Oh, was you got? But I actually filmed it. I got it right here. I just haven't put it together and sent it to you.
Okay.
And case in point, my dad's birthday. Shout out to Aaron Draper.
Papa Drapes.
I have all these great Dad Drapes. Double D, we gonna call him. I have all these great ideas about his birthday present. I bought the birthday card. I just never got around to send it. I'm like, I got the great ideas. The execution just hasn't been there lately. So, all right, I'm gonna get on it, man. I had a massage today. Your boy's feeling good. So, I'll probably have a nice dinner. The Nuggets play today. They're on the road, so I'll watch that somewhere too. That's my night.
Look, we started out with you. Why do you ask? I'm in a bad mood. Now you're in a good place. So look at that. Yeah. We're all winners today.
No, because I'm almost done with you guys. I'm looking at the clock, and I probably got like 30 seconds left. So that's why the mood is changing. No, really, I miss you guys. Though, I miss it.
You got so much time on your hands. You could literally become a social influencer.
Oh yeah,
dude. You see our boy Festus down there in the Bay Area?
No,
Festus Eats. He's going to restaurants and filming and doing all kinds of things. He's built up a huge following.
Man, come on, Draper's Diners, or what'd you say?
Draper's Diners and Diving Boards.
Come on.
And diving boards.
It's going to be poolside. Yeah.
And you know what, though, Whitey? Because I'm in Denver, Milwaukee, all these cold cities, it would be great if I still did it during the cold.
It would.
Oh, no,
that makes it even better.
I don't know about
all right,
that.
I might do that. I might do that.
You go sit by the pool. You better not jump out there in that 40-degree weather.
Polar bear plunge, baby. Polar bear plunge.
That's right. That'll get you some views. All right, Trace, we appreciate it. We'll you on the call? You on the call tomorrow?
Yeah. I'm here in Denver on the call. Then Mark's back on Monday. Then I'm there Wednesday. So yeah, man, we're gonna try to break this streak, man, and get a win tomorrow.
Here we go. All right, thanks, Trace.
All right, guys.
Take it easy. Kyle Draper. How about that, Jay? Somebody told me I should do